Oh. Whoa. You're teasing me with that one. So how do we...
So I just talk right into it.
Like basically kissing.
Okay.
You know, you can hit a
Arranged.
little lady in the tramp motion.
I got
Yeah, I'll tell my cousin.
Alrighty.
Start kissing the mic. Will it pick it up? You hear it?
Alrighty. Mr. Mason, speak into the mic, please.
Hello.
Alright, your turn, Dr. Luke.
Hey.
Go ahead, T-Rex Rizzler.
Hello.
Alright, JC Wacy Poo.
How do we...
Alrighty, party people. Y'all ready to get this show started?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Sure.
Alrighty. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the talking stage. My name is Ivan Bascos. Today I'm joined with...
Oh, Jace Fukuda.
My name is Thomas Lamb.
Mason Wynn. Luke Ballard.
Yeah. So if you guys don't know, this is the prince of all the Wasians in the earth. This is Jace Makuda.
Stop it. You're making me blush.
These two own the entire Vietnamese country between these two.
Exactly.
And we have the finest white man alive, Luke Ballard. He is not the short, by the way. It is the chair.
Yeah, I'm actually the tallest one here.
Is you?
I think I am.
Ooh. We'll see.
Well, the camera will pick
We can compare inches after this.
What?
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 All right.
Finally. Bro said it was out. All right. Well, before we get into the other topics, we're going to start off a little light. Of course, we have a couple of handsome people on this podcast. So how about you guys tell me your guys' secrets? How do y'all look this good? I'll tell you mine first. So my secret is that I don't do shit. And that's, you know, my morning routine is that I put on like soap, like just a ton of face soap or whatever. And I put like lukewarm water, push around the hair, whatever. But my secret technique is that I get a big ass bowl, a big ass yellow bowl that's plastic. It has to be plastic. It does not have to be plastic. And then I put ice and water and a shit ton of ice and water. And I just dunk my face in that bitch. And then I'm there for like 10 minutes. I look you going up and down like I'm a fish. Like, actually, no, not like a fish, like I'm a dolphin.
Oh, wow.
And I go. And then afterwards, I hit this move. Hit this fucking. So I get the facial exercises, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh.
And I hit the.
Why his cheeks so tight?
I hit the.
How did you preface this by saying I don't do anything and then tell us all that?
I've been doing my own thing. That's the point. What's your secret, Jace? How do you look that handsome?
I think a lot of it is my hair. I got blessed with curly hair.
You think so?
You think it's real? Is the hair real?
Bro bought that
You wanna,
shit.
like, pull on
Audience,
it?
don't listen. Just kidding.
Pause. But I think like taking care of my hair is a big thing for me. So like, you know, using cold water on it, conditioning, washing my hair when I need.
Show.
Yeah, I think that's a big thing for me because I don't know. I like my hair a lot.
That's what's up. What do you think, Thomas? What's your secret?
I don't really do much. Like first thing I
It's the
do,
glasses.
I just gotta brush my teeth, and then afterwards, I just like
Jerk off?
just wash my face with water, and and then I like sometimes I take a morning shower, but usually I take night showers.
Show.
But when I do take morning showers, I just let my hair down. I just go like this. My friends say I have like good hair.
Mhm.
I just always put it aside so like nobody could really see it. So I just like started letting my hair down this summer.
Yeah. But now you got a perm too.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, you ain't gotta call my boy out like that. That's natural girls, bro.
Oh, my fault. I'll edit
You
that
just
part
like
out.
me, bro.
I'm like, beep, 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 beep.
Get edited out.
It's all natural here.
Facts,
All
facts.
natural.
All my friends are like jealous because like,
Oh, really?
like I got like no fucking what is it? Was it
Hello?
I just blanked out. My bad.
My fat.
I got like no pimples basically. And
Yeah.
my friends are like, oh my god,
Your
man.
skin.
Yeah.
It's a secret
Sigma
to
alert.
secret.
It's a secret to clear.
Cold water. You gotta make sure.
I mean, I got that part down. I still get cooked though. It's okay.
Okay.
All right.
Nah, I think cold water is like looking better. I take cold showers sometimes, and that's all I do, to be honest.
That's a fact. You don't take it commonly?
I don't know. After the gym, I take cold showers because like I'm like
Sure.
I feel super hot. That's not pretty
You are
much it.
super hot.
Damn.
Darn right, brother.
Darn right about that one.
Guys, I think I'm the one who doesn't do anything here. But
Okay.
all you guys doing cold water stuff, what's your secret? Because I
Cold water.
get goosebumps.
You never done
I
cold
hate-
water stuff before?
No, I hate it. I take like the
I
hottest
made that
showers
sound a
ever.
little weird, bro.
Why would you say that to my eyes?
Yeah, the real secret for how you look so good is them contacts.
What do we think?
Yeah.
What contacts?
Look.
That's all natural.
That's all natural. That's all natural. All right, soldiers. So like how Mr. Luke was insinuating, Mr. Lukey Pookie, if I may. That took a lot out of me to say that. But us soldiers like us men, we need to build some resiliency in our lives, right? To handle cold shower, but also to handle the rest of our lives.
You calling me weak for not?
I'm just saying that's part of the situation.
You know, I could walk off.
No, you kind of try by that cord. But anyways, so that part of that resiliency, right? It's got to be helped by the bro code, by the bros, right? So today's topic is going to be the bro code. On top of that, morals, right? So I'm going to hit y'all with a bit of situations. I need y'all to tell me if it's valid or not.
Oh no.
Okay. For context, these three fools right here, with the exceptions for me and T-Rex Rizzler, is that they're in relationships. So we're going to be talking about some sort of stuff or whatever, but don't be insinuated. You know what I mean? But anyways, so let's say you've been in like 2 relationships in your whole life, right? And then like one girl passes, you break up, like, I don't know, maybe it's like a mutual breakup, like no hard feelings, right? And then you get another girl after like a couple months or so, right? What are you doing? Is it valid if your homeboy goes up to you and say, that's an upgrade?
I mean, is it?
Okay.
This is very
But, like,
situational.
That's a situation too. So like,
Here's the thing: if you broke up with this girl mutually,
Uh-huh.
I cannot say that.
yeah,
That's atrocious. Thing that's an upgrade.
that's not valid.
That's not valid.
What if
but
it
then
is an
it's
upgrade?
low key a diss to your past self.
That's facts. What if it is an upgrade though? You're not taking that?
It depends. If you don't
sure.
mess with your ex at all, you should say it. But if it's like an obvious upgrade, like a blind man could tell,
Okay, for sure,
then let me know.
for sure. All right, what do you think, Mr. Mason?
Honestly, like, okay, so is it just in between you two that if
Yeah, like your homeboy goes up to you afterwards, after the function, he's like, "Yo, upgrade." Well, what you doing? Is that valid?
that's looking valid? I
You
think
think
it's
so?
valid. I don't know. If it's just between you two, unless you like straight up say it to the girl's face, then I'll be like,
that will never be valid.
that would never be valid. But like between the two homies, yeah, I think it's valid.
Okay, what do you think, T-Rex
Yeah,
Rizzler?
Same thing. Like, cause like if you already broke up like mutually, right?
Mhm.
Like y'all chill with each other or y'all like absolutely hate each other afterwards. But I'd say that it's valid as well. Yeah.
Mhm.
So
What do you think?
I feel like that's just like my boy backing me up, you know? Like
Mm.
I would say that to my friend. Like it's just like being friendly, you know? Like even if it wasn't an upgrade, I might say that. But like
Okay, for sure.
you know, it's like I feel like it's not a thing that it's like weird to say. It's just like a compliment to you.
Mhm,
Like
mhm.
you doing good, you know?
Mm-hmm. What do you're gonna say something?
I was gonna low-key, I'm gonna retract my statement about if you break it off mutually or like no hard feelings.
So,
Upgrade line. That's kind of hype. Like especially if you're trying to like if you're missing your ex, that's
Oh.
bad. Obviously, you don't want to be doing that. So I mean, shoot, takes the focus away from her, puts it on this new thing.
you see, but the thing is though, like, why do you want? Are you guys okay with your homeboys looking at your girl like that though? It's a thing. It's like
Let me ask you this though:
for sure.
if they said that's a downgrade, what would you say? What would you say to that?
Oh, that's like instant hands though. I'm saying no. For me, I'm saying that's not valid because I don't want my homeboy looking at my girl like that too. Like either of them, because like what? Like why are you looking at them with those eyes? You know?
Are you the protective type?
I mean, it's just like strange to me because guys could low-key like broke the bro code sometimes in certain situations, and they go after the ex or whatever. Or they go after
that's
the
off the
girl.
table. That's
Yeah, dude.
no, but sometimes bros is looking out for you. It's like
Oh, you think so?
yeah.
Well, I mean, like purely appearance-wise, it's an upgrade. I mean, so if it's purely appearance, does that anything change, or is it still valid? Because it's like I said, I don't want my boy looking at my girl like that. It's like, what's going on here? That's a little sus.
Wait, is it like during talking stage? Like I feel like it's fine during talking stage, but
Oh,
like during like a relationship, yeah, it's a little weird.
Let's say like 3 months into dating. You think that's weird?
Yeah, I think that's weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like saying it's an upgrade is different than saying she's attractive. Like
For sure.
if my friend went to me and was like, "Dude, your girl's bad as fuck," I would tap her. I'd be like, what? What are you talking about? You know? But if it's like objectively, I think she's more attractive than your last girl. Like, I don't think that's weird.
Mm-hmm. 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 You don't got anything to say about no changes for you, Luke? If it's like purely appearance wise.
Yeah, man. Tell me if I'm upgrading. But I feel like I never really saw that, like, shoot, guys are guys. We got eyes. So like
That was a bar.
Get this guy on the
it
mic.
rhymes too. Guys are guys, we got eyes. Okay.
For sure.
So like, I mean,
I think you're looking deep into mine right now.
We got Dr. Seuss at the end of the table over there.
but yeah, if they see, like, shoot, they can say the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not gonna be insecure about it if
Mm-hmm.
if like he doesn't even have to be like looking at her like that. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you can just tell sometimes.
What do you think? No changes for you, T-Rex Rizzler?
Nah, not really.
He lives up to the name.
No, because like real guys realize, bro.
Damn.
What do you mean by that?
So like,
What do you
No.
mean by that?
we guys, we realize that like some people aren't just that attractive, and some people are just like, mid or like really attractive.
Mm-hmm.
But if one of your homeboys said like, "Oh my god, like your girl is like an upgrade," then like obviously like they think that you've like kind of just just upgraded, and like they think that it's better than what you had before. But if you don't think so, then you can just tell them, "What do you think?" So yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it's like, also that part of it is that if you can't see what's bad about the girl too, like the homeboys will call it out,
Yeah.
And it's kind of like more reliable than even like your family at some point. Like, oh, would you guys agree that like if your homeboys, like your closest homeboys, approves of your girl, it's like more important than if your family does? What do y'all think about that?
Nah, man, those are my day ones. My family.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with my family's point of view more,
Mm-hmm.
because one, I feel like, at least for me, they would know her better.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that, and I think my family knows me better. So
Then your homeboys?
yeah, I mean,
Sure.
like, your homeboys know you, but
Mm.
it's not gonna be like, and even then, they're not gonna have like, they're not gonna know what's best for you as much.
They're not gonna know how you feeling too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like easier. Sometimes it's easier to tell your family like how you feel more than your homeboys. What do you think, Mason?
I agree with Luke. I think like it's very important that your family likes your significant other, because like I think genuinely your parents really want what's best for you, so they're really looking out for you. So I think that's why it's more important.
Yeah, I agree. I would like go with my family's opinions as well, because like obviously they have more experience than what we have experienced, and like they know what to look for, because sometimes like we're like kind of blinded by love and we just don't see what's in front of us all the time. So
Well, you said your family, your parents might have more experience. Do you ever think that they might be out of touch with what is like typical in today's time? What's normal, or does that not happen with your parents?
nah, not really.
No disconnect.
No.
It depends on what they're criticizing too, though.
Yeah.
Like if it's something that's like timeless, like clearly this girl just like cheated on her last 5 exes. I think anybody from any town can tell that's kind of a bad idea.
Cheating was cool in the 70s. Just kidding.
Time travel.
What?
You won't hear that. Anyways, but it also depends on like what they're criticizing. Like I'm saying is that if it's like, there's a girl who likes doing hookups, like a lot of people like doing hookups, So like maybe it's like also not part of the time. What do you think about that, T-Rex?
Hookups.
Mhm.
I mean, sometimes people just like they just want to experience what others experience, and most often hookups don't really end that well, because problems could occur like in the future. But
Mhm.
I don't really have any opinions on hookups. But in my opinion,
You do too many, huh?
no, I'd rather not do.
He's
a hookup.
numb.
Yeah.
How you think we all got here?
Damn. Okay, so before we go on that topic, what do you think, Jace, about the one we were just talking about?
I think my parents and like my closest friends, I would be like, I don't know if it's like equal weight, but I think both are very important to me, because obviously my family, I've been with my whole life. My parents have always looked out for me and always want the best for me, and I think that's really important to have that specific perspective, because it's like, is this person good for you and your growth? And with my friends, it's like, does this person make you happy? Is this person like not taking away from what you already have? And I think both of those perspectives are super important to have. So like I have one of my closest friends. We made a deal. He just got a girlfriend, and we made a deal like if there's ever any problems with our relationships that we see, we both tell each other. Like,
Oh,
because neither of us want the other person to be in a relationship they're not happy in. Yeah.
That's so sweet.
Thank you, Luke.
Would you like straight up tell your boy like, nah, this girl ain't for you?
Yeah, because I don't know. I wouldn't say that straight away, but like I think
hey man.
if it's a super close friend of mine, it's like it's important to me that they're happy and they're in a good relationship. And if they're in a bad relationship, I would risk telling them that because I care about them enough that they need to know.
But like personally, like if some boy told me that, or one of my homeboys told me that, like I'm crashing out, bro. Because like you gotta think about like the perspective, like you truly like you love this person, and like if someone tells you like don't date them, then you're like,
Well, I feel like that has to be at the start. Like you wouldn't be like dating for like 6 months, then your boy comes up and he's like, "Listen, man, I don't think she's good." Like I feel like it's like during the talking stage, like early on.
Name drop.
Subscribe. You don't think it depends on what they like the advice they give though, or like what they're saying?
Yeah, for sure. Because like I think it's different if it's like this girl's like taking time away from you, like you haven't hung out with like your friends at all, or if it's like I just don't fuck with her, you know, like it's two different things. You have to pay attention to what's being said too.
Let me say this to y'all. I don't know why I had such a hard time saying that, but like you know, if any guy in a relationship, he's naturally gonna spend less time with the homeboys, like naturally, right? Then, to what situation are you guys like? This person is completely disconnected from us. Would you guys like ever reach out to your homeboy if he's in that relationship, or would you just respect that? Because it's hard because like maybe he's happy, but you wouldn't know because you haven't talked to him in a while. So maybe it's like toxic that she's not letting him talk to your friend or talk to you guys at all. What do you guys think about that?
I mean, like if I reach out and like my homeboy just doesn't respond to me, then like obviously something is wrong. But at the same time, I wouldn't know it because they could be just like together all the time and like he just chose to not respond to you, or that like she's controlling. And like if I ever like meet him in person and like his girl is like, yo, you can't talk to this guy, then like obviously there's like a problem.
what if it's like his personal like he wants to spend all of his time with his girl? Because like once you have a girlfriend, like at least for me, like I shifted like almost all my time. Like I wanted her to like have all my time.
That's what I did for a moment, but and then
Sorta.
yeah, sorta. And then I just
Wait, what do you mean, sort?
You did that for how long of a minute?
how long? I think it was like 2 weeks. I like spent all my time with her basically, like on my phone. We talked real life, and we basically like just called like almost like every day, and like I wouldn't play like a single game or like talk to my friends for like in those 2 weeks. Yeah.
What do you think, Luke?
I feel like low key, I'm that dude. Dude, I don't hang out with people except my girl low key. But I think it's I don't know. I feel like I am more of like an introverted person generally. I know you guys can't tell, but I'm just kidding. But yeah, I don't know if I don't know. I'm not the one to go like initiate like, hey, who wants to hang out with me today? Like over and over and over. I'll do it on occasion, like, hey, who wants to go hoop? But I mean, I'm just more comfortable having a closer circle. So if that means hanging with my girl a lot, then I guess that's what I do. So
$1 better than 100 pennies.
Well, this is the same thing.
hey, he stole that quote.
What? It's like I stole these eyes. What do you think, Dr. Jace?
I think there's like some point it crosses a line. Like if I'm talking to my friend and they're blowing off plans with me for potential plans with like a girl, then I think that's kind of weird. Like if it's like, I know you're trying to make plans with me, but what if my girl wants to try to make plans with me that day? You know, like I feel like that's kind of crossing the line of like, hey man, I'm also your friend. But
Mhm.
I mean, like for me, the majority of the time I'm hanging out with someone, it's my girlfriend.
Mhm.
Because like I love her, I want to spend time with her. You know.
Oh,
But that doesn't mean I shouldn't spend time and talk to my other friends. And
Mm-hmm.
that's a conversation I've had with her. Is like not because it needed to be had or anything, but like I just felt like it was something important to bring up, like at the start, just saying like I know I want to spend time with you and you want to spend time with me, but I also have other people that I want to and have to spend time with. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Mhm. So you guys wouldn't say it's like a red flag at all if your girl wants to spend every minute with you?
I don't know.
That's the thing.
It is a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, so describe the situation. So she's or like you guys are spending every
Yeah.
what do we mean by every minute together?
Okay, so
let's talk about that.
let me say you guys have been talking for like 2 weeks, right? Like straight up talking every day. Maybe not hanging out yet, but they're like talking every day and you guys see each other every day. And then you're like texting every day.
Mhm.
And then for the next 2 weeks, she wants to spend like literally every waking second with you. Is that like, and you haven't known her for longer than 2 weeks at that point. But for the next 2 weeks, she wants to spend every moment with you. Is that sus?
I feel like that's like a major red flag because like then you get to like kind of know one of her personalities of how like she's really obsessive
Mm-hmm.
and like she doesn't like want to let anything that's like dear to her go, right? Because like there's a saying how like if you really love something, then you kind of have to let it go sometimes, right? So like if she really loves you, then like she needs to like let you do other things rather than like just always hanging out with her.
So it is a major red flag.
Yeah.
I think that early on it is because that's like love bombing to me.
Mm.
Because it's like, you know, we just started talking. I like I've known you for a couple weeks. I like we need to chill, you know. But it's different like farther on because obviously with people who are like married or whatever and they live together, you're spending a lot of time together. But that early on, I think it's too much because it's like you need to take your time to learn about the person and get to know them and get to love them before you're comfortable doing that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Is it a red flag to y'all?
Yeah, dude, she's crazy. What the heck? For one, I don't got the confidence to be like, hey, hang with me every second of the day. And like,
Oh, that's a good point, actually.
yeah, like if
Yeah.
your girl's like that, she got to be crazy.
Mhm.
But yeah, she could be like controlling too. Because if you're like, you got to turn her down like again and again and again just because she's so obsessed about you. Like, I mean, it happens. But
Yeah, why he's swooning, bro? Yeah, but you guys don't think it's like a sign of like endearment that she wants to spend every time with you?
I think that
No.
like it's too overbearing.
Oh.
Say. Yeah.
I think it's like endearing for sure, but like I said, that early on it's kind of weird. But
Yeah.
like
yeah.
now being like, yeah, I would love to hang out every day with my girlfriend because like she's cool.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm. What do you think, Mr. Mason?
I don't know. It's kind of hard to say. Like, I agree with Jace on the love bombing thing, but like at the same time, like it's like if you love someone or if you like someone, like you genuinely start like want to hang out with them like 24/7. But I think love bombing is like a really red flag though.
But is a red flag for the situation where it's like you've known her for like 2 weeks and
Like
then
known her like just start like talking.
like, so, like really talking for 2 weeks, I mean.
Yeah, that's too early.
yeah, I think I agree. That's true. That might be love bombing.
But what if, let's say it's not love bombing? Is that still a red flag? Like she just genuinely likes you. Is that still a red flag?
I mean, you wouldn't really know unless she like really
Yeah.
shows it to you.
Yeah. But let's say we do know. Well, what do y'all think?
It's
I
kind of like a double-edged sword. It's like you know she's not going to cheat on you, but like at the same time, you know that she's going to be like controlling in like certain ways.
There's definitely that balance. What do you think, Jace? He said,
I think type shit. I think spending like every moment of your life together is a little bit much. Like I don't think you need to do that. But I think spending a lot of time together, if like you guys really like each other and you get along together really well, your personalities go together, I think it's good to spend as much time as you want with that person. But I think you also have to be your own person still. Like you guys shouldn't be like attached at the hip and combined all the time. There's still stuff you have to have that's your own thing.
What do you think, Luke?
I agree with what Jay said. I think I can understand having that desire and like wanting to be with each other every day, but especially at our age, there's priorities and there's boundaries that should be set. Just because we got so many things going on, this is like a developmental time, and I mean, we don't want to look back and say, "Oh, I only was with them the whole time." Like, what experience are you gonna have with your friends? What experience are you gonna have, like, with your education? Like, trying to get, as much stuff as you can done versus just hanging out all the time.
But do we think, like, what is like the toxicity of spending every moment with your friend or with your significant other? Because like you were saying, we have different priorities, but what's like, if you guys like completely drop your friends, is that like significantly toxic?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Wait. I think so is she making you drop your friends?
Maybe it just happens naturally. Like you just,
No, I don't think that's
a lot
toxic.
different then.
okay.
Well, it may be a wee bit, but I don't think it's like, I don't think it's like totally,
Yeah.
especially if it's your choice. I mean,
Yeah.
if this person's really amazing, then
But the thing
it
is,
happens.
like, it provides a different perspective when you're with your homeboys. Like I was saying, your homeboys will see the things that you don't. So the way you feel may not be the whole situation. They give you that retrospective. Yeah. You have anything to add, Mason? No? Not right now?
I feel like my girlfriend's gonna watch this and then use it to make a joke that I don't want to hang out with her. I already know it's coming. Just wait. As soon as the video drops, I'm gonna get a text.
for me.
So you don't want to hang out with me.
You gotta block the account so she doesn't see.
But do you also think it's like it should be healthy to hang out with your friends every now and then?
Oh, yeah. Because like I was saying, they give you that different perspective too. Not just of the relationship, but of life in general. Because, if everything's like, if you always feel that everything's like flowers and sunshine, that's obviously not what the world is, Like sometimes a man's got to lock in, That's what the homeboys are for. Pause.
At the same time, like you should like kind of hang out with your friends like a few times, just to like maintain that bond between you guys, just so that like
That human connection.
yeah, just so that like, for example, if you like go through like a breakup, then like they're there for you, So
Yeah.
They're like, but like people who like completely drop their friends, like they're kind of cooked. Like, what are they gonna do?
So would you guys, are you going to add some?
Yeah. I think it's kind of like the idea of like an echo chamber too. Like if you only spend time with one person, no matter if it's a girlfriend, a friend, a family member, if you're only spending time around one person, you're getting your perspective and that person's perspective on the world. Like you said, life in general, everybody has a different perspective on, different thoughts on. So I think it's good to spend time with multiple people, regardless of who it is, because you're learning more about them and seeing the world through different perspective and lens. Yeah.
So let me put this so what Mason was saying. So let's say that your boy was in a relationship and then like it ended like bad, but he didn't tell you how it ended bad. It's just that that ended bad, but he like cut you guys off for like a year. Would you let that guy back into the group, or is he like out permanently? Because I feel like guys don't really hold grudges like that if it's like something that they could relate to, like some like feelings like that. So would you guys let your homeboy back into that group?
I feel like I hear him out first, like hear what he has to say and like kind of like validate his feelings a little bit before you make any like opinions on what he's gone through.
Okay, so it's not like immediate. He's back in.
Yeah, not immediately.
I think I would let him back in because for me, it's like it's easy when you're in a relationship to be blind to some things and not notice things that you're doing. Because I've seen it before with friends of mine and even like with myself, like before. I think it's easy to fall into that like zone and not really think about anything else. And I understand that. So I think it's like if it's a bad breakup and your boy's going through something, like I don't care what happened. I feel like it's my initial reaction to be there for him and support him, and we can talk about that after.
What do y'all think?
If he can fit in real good, like how he used to.
What?
What do you mean by that?
Massive pause.
Oh shoot.
I have to pause.
Anyway.
I fit in the friend group like he used to.
So
That didn't make it better.
Yeah,
it
geez.
fit in the bros. I'll follow.
You know, originally I was gonna say if he can wiggle his way. That was kind of weird. All right, so if he's not like if he's not like a changed guy, like I won't harbor any ill will for him. Like,
But I think he would be though.
yeah, I know. But if he can, you know, if he's still a positive
He could twist the
guy
shit.
to be around,
What?
let me speak.
Silence.
Yeah, dude. If he's still a good influence and he like still, if he's good friends with you guys still, like you guys still click, then I don't see anything wrong with. I don't think there's anything like if he dipped for like a year to go hang with his girl and it's like see you for that year, but then if he's back, like yeah, as a dude, we're not gonna do anything about it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What do you think, Mr. Mason?
I personally do not care. Like this guy's like he just got broken up with his girl and like he's in the rough. Like he's desperate. Like he's like I personally would care for my homie. Like I would not want him like I would not be the reason or want to be the reason why he like offs himself. You know what I mean? Like then or hurt himself.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll be like, okay, I'll definitely let him in because like I think it's a real homie thing to do.
Mhm.
In my humble opinion.
Yeah. We'll come back to what Mason was saying about like potentially offing himself. But before we do that,
Oh no.
okay, not you. I mean, but what are what are the dangers of taking a relationship too quickly? Like how we were saying, like specifically, I mean, what are the dangers? Because one, there's like that love bombing potential, but even if it's not love bombing, like you still want to take it slow. The question is why, though. So what I think is that like, have you guys ever heard of the honeymoon phase of a relationship? So the honeymoon phase, if you guys don't know, is that it's like that time where it's like the beginning of the relationship where you guys are like just doing everything together, and then you guys want to spend every moment with each other. And then it's like everything's going right, basically. Like you guys haven't had an argument and like you feel like you really click with this person. I feel like there's actually danger with like going immediately into a relationship while you're still in that honeymoon phase because you might not know a lot about that person still. So what do we think? What is the dangers of going into a relationship too quickly?
That's like what happened to one of the people in tech that we know. She got into a relationship and like she was like basically kind of the guy and the girl, they were both like love bombing each other.
Oh.
And like one day, I was eating lunch with my friend. The boyfriend told one of my friends
Mhm.
that like he what was it? They got like really intimate in like the one of the parking lots at school,
Mm.
and like they kind of like crossed the line, and like
How so?
what is it? Like they crossed the line as in like they got like it was like kind of sexual, so
Oh.
to say. And that
In the parking lot?
yeah in the school's parking lot, and then
Okay.
and then he
Shit getting freaky down at school.
and then he used 3 fingers. And, if you know what I mean.
That's a business, dude.
There's some stuff we don't need to know.
Yeah, but then
Continue. Good for the pod. Good for the
So
pod.
then, like for like the rest of the school year, me and my friends, every time she would walk by, we would yell out like 3-finger chicken combo.
Why would you do that?
3-finger combo from Raising Cane's.
You a villain, bro.
But why would you do that?
No, but the thing is, she's like really dumb and like she doesn't know what we're talking about.
She's watching right now.
Yeah. If you're watching this, I know who you are and I know what you did.
Oh shoot!
Damn.
There was some classified information shared there.
Okay, this happened like, dude, I was so ready to just like tell her during graduation. And I was like, you know what? It's her own special day. I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah.
And you know, our last day of school, we had tech, right?
Yeah.
She said that she was gonna come in, but like she didn't go, and that was the day that I was like trying to like tell her about the secret that I've been knowing for months, but like she didn't show up.
Was she in the parking lot?
I don't know. No, she wasn't.
Probably.
Wait, in the parking lot, it's kind of brazy though.
No, I mean a lot of people do in the parking lot. So.
That's actually
Wait, during school
I've,
hours?
I've heard of it. But like,
Damn.
Never parking again, bro.
Bro, during school hours is crazy though.
So like it kind of goes back to like how like the honeymoon phase, right? Like you kind of need to like
honeymoon
get to
phase,
know
bro.
the person more before you like do anything, together.
That's like the same topic of hookups though. So,
Yeah.
Like, what's your
Facts.
personal opinion on
It's
hookups?
coming full circle.
Yeah, it's coming a full circle.
I mean, it wasn't really a hookup because they
Very
got into a
fun.
relationship and then they just like didn't know each other for like that long, and then they're just doing things like way too fast.
So
Basically.
do you think that's wrong, doing things fast? Is that like a way of love bombing? Oh,
I don't know.
I mean, to like the topic, if you're taking things fast and then you get into sex really fast, there's like two sides of the coin. Is that like if you're already seeing this person naked, like you're obviously comfortable with them, is one. But two, if you already like get into sex pretty quickly, it's like you already get that fulfillment, that like carnal fulfillment from the person. So it's like the person feels like more like an object because you already have that. So it's like easier to dispose of. So it's like more superficial if you already have sex quickly. But the thing is, if you have sex, it's like more comfortable, sort of, which is why probably like those things happen where they just get into it really fast. And it's like, and obviously it's the wrong decision because one, it's like illegal, but like it's also for the sake of the relationship, makes it seem more superficial.
Yeah, so I'll say I mean the honeymoon phase or like what are you laughing at?
I don't know. You like looked at me kind of funny. I don't know.
I often have that effect, but yeah, so like the infatuation phase or whatever, it's like 2-3 months. I've searched up like some articles on it, and it's literally like a different chemical in your brain that's being released versus what's associated with like a long-term relationship that's been going on for like years and years. I mean I think it's oxytocin is the one that's released later, but I can't remember the name of the first one. But anyway, it's just like it basically just blinds you towards things that should stand out to you on like red flags or what's
Yeah, the rose-colored glasses.
exactly all you're seeing is hearts and stuff. So yeah, that's why you should take it slow in my opinion. It's just because you're not thinking straight. Basically, it's like
Literally.
you're just like high on being around them, pretty much.
All right.
And also part of it is like for some guys or even some girls too, they're very like attention deprived too. So when it's like that person who somewhat feels that feelings back towards them, they'll like rush into it because they would just want a lot of it. Like how that chemical, like how you're saying. So a lot of them will be attention deprived and they'll want to get into it quicker. What do you think, Mason?
I don't know. Let me think about this one.
Oh,
Go Thomas. What? Go T Rizzler. Go T
go
Rizzler.
T-Rex.
Wait, what's the question?
It's down.
It's like more of the fears of going too fast.
Oh, I got it. I have like a scenario I'm put into y'all's heads, and I want to know your opinions on this. Like you know how you like, I don't want to blast this guy, but like there's like during early talking stage, there's like a point where they're like FaceTime like all the time. Do you think that's unhealthy or healthy or unhealthy?
I think talking stage, how early?
Like before a relationship,
Yeah, but like how long have you known them?
they like known each other for. Oh, I don't want to blast this guy. Can you cut this one out for the podcast?
So imagine there's like a situation where your homeboy's like loves this girl, but it's like pretty quick into the relationship or like relationship talking stage or whatever. But like this girl's a red flag, but like she's like he and her is FaceTiming every day until like 5 a.m. right? Like, and you ask your homeboy, like, if the marriage papers were right there, like, would you sign it? And your homeboy says yes, but she's a red flag. Like, what would you guys do?
I'll say one piece of advice that I've heard multiple times is do not say I love you or like make these big promises or commitments like theoretical marriage papers or whatever. Don't do any of that until you've had your first big fight, because what that does is you have the infatuation stage where you have all these chemicals going, and what that does is that puts that person on a pedestal, right? So in that big fight just knocks them off that pedestal, and then boom, they're another person, right? They're not perfect anymore, because if they're perfect, then you'll do anything. Like you'll make promises, you'll do things that you're going to regret. But once you see them for the person that they are, you're going to need to be able to commit to that person, not the person that you had on a pedestal.
Mhm.
So that's what I think. I think if they haven't had a big fight, and if he's saying this stuff, he just needs to wait it out and take it a little slower.
What do you think, Mason?
I don't know, bro. Because like, I feel like early on to talking, like, if you're saying first 6 months of dating, I want to marry her. I want to. It's kind of like a that's like no go. That's bad because like I feel like it's like that is like love bombing,
Mhm.
and it's like I don't know if it's like part of the like a manipulation tactic or something. I don't know. To that friend, you know.
It's just a little sus that he would make that commitment so early.
Yeah, like I think it's like, especially with the, if she's a red flag and with the girl's past, then like, it's definitely a little sus.
Yeah. What do you think, Jace or Thomas?
I don't really got an opinion, honestly. So, you
Yeah.
Chase.
I think, like we said about going too fast and the honeymoon phase, stage, whatever, is if you're in a relationship while you're still in that, like Luke said, the person seems perfect to you. You're spending your time together, you're doing things together, and you're like, everything is new, everything's exciting. And if it stays that way after you guys have spent time together and, like Luke said, kind of gotten in disagreements and figured out what it is that's important to you about the relationship and about the person, then I still don't think you should be making any claims about marrying anybody because I'm 17. That's like, let's give it a break real quick, But taking things too fast in a relationship is always unhealthy because you only know the person from what you've seen of them for however many months, however many weeks, however many days you've known each other. And that's not a full picture of them. And it's not fair to you or the other person to commit to being in a long-term serious relationship if you don't even know things about each other. Like, everybody always jokes that, like, what's your favorite color is the first question. Like, it seems silly, but there's no way I would commit to being in a relationship with someone without knowing those, like, small, seemingly insignificant things about them, because it's not fair to my health and their health to rush into that without really knowing what you're getting into.
Yeah, and you mentioned like you're only 17 making these promises. I think I'm very much in the camp along with, you got chemicals running in your brain, but also like your age. Like we aren't at this age, we're not developed. Like let's be for real, we kind of stupid. But like
Who's we?
not me. But I think our ability to kind of force yourself to take a step back, that's definitely not a priority for a lot of teenagers because we're very impulsive and things like that. But your ability to take a step back and look at things from a perspective that maybe doesn't seem as appealing as this girl that's in front of you right now, like that seems perfect. You might just need to have to take a step back because you're not seeing things clearly. So I think I'm definitely in. My opinion on this is just we're not thinking clearly enough to be rushing this fast. So that's why it's important to go slow.
Mm-hmm. You have anything to add, Mason?
Yeah, I agree with Luke. It's very important to go slow, but I feel like at the same time you can't really control it. Like I kind of understand where they're coming from, but it's like,
But it's not valid though. Like going that fast, it's understandable, but
it's understandable. It's not
decision.
valid. Yeah, but like how would you prevent yourself from going too fast?
Yeah, and then the fear too is that like I'll answer your question after, but the fear is that like say there's this guy who's been trying many talking stages or whatever, and then there's this guy like you or there's this girl where you really feel that she likes you back, and it's like a feeling that not many people get at like the earlier stages of their life, right? So it's like this person can really work, like this person might be the one, and you rush into it, and it's like all those chemicals. It's the only thing that you like about her is the thing. So the fear of going slow is that after all this time, she might not be the one too. It's like a waste of your time. And so I think really the only way for somebody like that, or first of all, would you guys agree that those situations exist for certain guys?
100%.
100%. And so I think for what Mason was saying, like, how would you take a step back? It's got to be the people around you, because for somebody like that, you're not going to be able to stop yourself, because like Mason was saying, like it's the way you feel, and people always like just go with your heart or like follow your heart, whatever. But for you to take a step back, it's not something that people can do on their own easily. It's like obviously if the person's a good person and she's clearly a good person, it's easier to not take a step back because she's a good person. But yeah, it has to be like the people around you. So what do you guys think? Like what is the way that you were able to take a step back?
I think one of the things I realized is with people in like the technological age, the age we live in, that you're able to access so much, that I think we've seen growing up in like media, movies, TV shows, whatever. I think we've seen a lot of people that don't take things slow, because in all the movies you have 2 hours for people to fall in love, and everything is whirlwind. It has to happen fast because you only have so much time to communicate that message in a book or a movie or whatever. And I think it's kind of desensitized a lot of people to the fact that it's possible to take things too fast. You can do too much. It's not off the table. And I think realizing that was something big for me. Like it's not a picture perfect romance. It's not like a rom-com, you know? Like that's not what you're living in. It's real life, and you have to realize things about yourself and other people before you can commit to that.
Mm-hmm.
I really like that thought, where how media portrays things a little bit differently than what it would really work out. And it made me think of one of my favorite movies called Before Sunrise. And the premise of the movie is that these two people like get off a train together, and they have one night in Vienna in Germany to like just like spend the time together. Like they just get off impulsively, and then they basically the whole movie is just dialogue between them two. And then by the end of the movie, they're basically in love. And obviously that's not realistic, but in the way that it's like so picture perfect, and they're like clicking on all cylinders, and they have like, I mean, it's a really well done movie. Like it's one of my favorites. So they have like contradicting ideas that they have to sort through, and like differing things that they discuss with each other. But at the same time, it happens like so fast, but it makes you believe in like, oh, this could happen for me. Like this is like pretty magical, watching all this stuff perfectly fall in line. Like these people that were kind of made for each other a little bit. But then what they do in the sequels is they progressively get more and more cynical. So the next time that they see each other, because you know what I said, they just get off a train together in Germany. Neither of them are like from the same place. So they get off that train and they separate just for that one night is how long they knew each other. So then 9 years later, they see each other again. But this time they're like, they've kind of like grown a little bit like, oh, we were just stupid kids back then, which is what I was saying. We're not thinking clearest right now, but they definitely hold that view. And then, but they still care about each other, and they still basically love each other when they find each other again. So then 9 years again, the third one in the trilogy, they're like, they've been in a relationship for that past 9 years, but they have like this huge argument. Everything goes like to crap. And then like at the end, like it's crazy. Like it's honestly like, it's like awful to watch. I do not like it, but but it's for the point of portraying like, oh, you saw this in the first movie, how they were like so perfectly aligned together. It's like, no, this is how romance works. Like they fought, basically told each other they don't love each other anymore, and then at the end they like sit down at a table together and they're like, I'm not gonna leave you. This is what real love is. We're two people who deserve to be to each other.
I gotta watch this shit, bro. It sounds
damn.
amazing.
It's great. It's great.
That's awesome.
Yeah, especially the first movie, just because it's so sweet. But
Yeah.
the other ones are great too. So where was I going with this?
Take your time.
Yeah. So
In the relationship and here.
yeah, they went fast, but then oh shoot, I just got that. Yeah, they go fast really quick at first, and then it gives a more realistic portrayal of things later. But I think they kind of tied things together like that.
Damn. Well,
Just chug that.
Should I throw it? I'm not gonna hate you, Ivan. Are you okay? Is everything okay at home, bro?
you know, I was like talking to one of my friends jokingly. It's like off topic, but my friends, when he would like jokingly do this, and then they'd be like, or like, the line is, "Your girlfriend abuses you at home, huh? Because you flinched." But she was like, "She beats you, huh?" I'm like, Like, what the fuck? What are you talking about? But yeah. Anyways, are we all wrapped
we
up?
were talking about before.
Are we all wrapped up for the going too fast topic?
That was a beautiful point. Luke.
That was-
I
Yeah,
think
Watch
that's
the movies. Everyone
great
at
point.
home, watch the
Great
movies,
that's a
especially the
great
first
spot to
one.
end on.
Great advice. Great advice.
I will watch it as soon as possible. As soon as I get home, I'm looking it up.
There's actually more we could talk about that. Like,
Mm.
actually, I'm gonna keep talking about it because I love it.
Go,
But
for it. Go ahead.
there's a part in the movie. This pertains to the conversation. Don't worry. But there's a part in the movie where it's getting like later into the night, and they're like all lovey dovey and all that stuff.
This is
and
the
they're
first movie, right?
this is the first movie.
Yeah,
still.
yeah,
Yeah. But so this is still just the first day they met each other, and then they're debating with each other like is it appropriate for us to have sex? Like that's a realistic conversation. And some of the concerns that they bring up is like, well, I'm gonna become attached to you, and I'm gonna miss you afterwards. But then, I mean, in the spur moment, they do, which makes sense because they have such a great like. This is a picture perfect, movie perfect relationship. So that happens, but I thought that was a great portrayal of how like that part of the movie seemed realistic, like having an actual debate about what the effects and what the actual ramifications of like doing this thing. It wasn't just like a hookup, like they had real reason and connection and dialogue to follow up with it, and they actually wanted to recognize that, and I thought that was great. So I think more people in real life should do that too.
That kind of relates to like, I don't know. I don't want to get you like banned on YouTube, but like
Speak.
corn,
Uh-huh.
if you will, is like very accessible to a lot of people nowadays. And I think a lot of people have seen it and stuff, and it's kind of like normalized a lot of the time. But I think it's really important to realize for every person that like everything is different. That's not how things actually are. Just like I said with like movie romances, it's not the same. And that's not, you can't go into anything expecting something to be that way. So like you said, it's like it has to be a conversation. Like it's an investment. It's something you're doing, and it's like very serious in my opinion to have that level of
Yeah, it's like the
Yeah.
greatest expression of love that we have as humans.
Yeah.
basically, yeah. And I think with a lot of people seeing corn, I think it's a lot of people have unrealistic expectations of what it's going to be like, and like the level of attachment you have to actually have that expression.
So, what is the right time to do the deed with your partner? It's not funny. This is serious.
I just wasn't expecting it.
You gotta ask the Antichrist.
All right. Well,
You gotta ask the Antichrist, bro. What?
all right. You know what? We won't go that far yet. When is the right time for the perfect kiss? First kiss, I mean.
That's a good question. All right, so I've already told you guys, I'm definitely in the camp of taking things slow and not
Type shit.
making sure that you know what you're doing. So a kiss is obviously one of like an earlier thing that you would do when you're dating somebody. But I mean, shoot, you can't hand them out like Hershey's chocolate kisses. You gotta save those, Johns, because I think it means something, and in some ways it's almost a commitment a little bit. Do you guys agree with that? Do you guys think?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah. Y'all can just kiss and go.
No, they're saying it. They're saying they can't just kiss and go.
I'm saying I can. I don't give a fuck. Wait, you guys think it's a commitment? I feel like.
Well, I think it's a personal decision. It's not like
Yeah, continue.
Okay,
it's not like actually a commitment.
Yeah.
Like it's not like, oh, now we have to keep dating. Like if it doesn't work out, it works out. But I would like to like,
Like there's that emotional charge that insinuates.
Like I think it means something, you know.
Oh, okay.
a kiss means something. Like you're not like you want to keep spending time with that person at the very least. So I think, me personally, I think like 3 dates is a good time if you haven't known them before, or like you're talking like what for not very long, like probably like 3 dates.
When was your first kiss?
It was on the 4th date, so
Oh, okay. So.
I'm a little late to the party.
To his own party.
I
about
showed
you,
up
Mason?
eventually.
Mason, what was yours?
Oh, he ready.
late, bro.
He handled that shit.
Well, that's like a date.
No, okay.
Uh,
I actually have a really funny story.
oh no. Now we're talking. Now we're fucking talking.
Okay.
So one of my dates with my girlfriends. It was early on. This was so long ago.
Okay.
So we were on top of a rooftop, like a parking lot rooftop.
Okay.
Okay.
It was like low key romantic, and then she was like, "Sit up real quick." She was like kind of like this, and she was like this. And then she was going in for the kiss. I don't know. I got so scared, I ducked it.
Oh.
It was the most perfect situation, and I ducked it. And I was like, I feel bad to this day.
Was that your first kiss ever?
No.
Okay.
But I don't know why I ducked that. I was just a little nervous.
You got the jitters.
I got the jitters, bro. I was a little nervy, worvy boy.
So
But I feel bad to this
what
day.
happened after that? What happened?
It was
That shit was vibrato.
it was a little awkward taco after that one. But we still went on with our date, and then eventually I did kiss her,
Mhm.
and that was the same day I asked her to be my girlfriend.
Oh damn. Okay.
How long ago was talking
a
before
little
that?
late, a little late.
So what date was this?
Which date was it?
Do you know?
Wait, I gotta think.
Oh.
It was quite a minute ago.
You might be in trouble.
It might be the third or fourth day.
Okay.
So it's like around yours.
Wait, how did she react after you dodged that shit?
She actually later on told me like how she reacted. She went home and cried. I felt so bad after. I felt so bad.
But the same day you kissed her, right? The same day.
No, it was,
Oh.
Damn.
that was on me. That was on me.
But so no, it's like I said, the kiss is a commitment. So you don't know if you want to make that commitment too early. So
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there's no shame in turning down a kiss.
that's true.
Everyone's
You have
got
be
a
ready
right to
for
it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, she was recording it too, so it would have been so romantic. I literally have a picture of like, so it would have been like the first kiss would have been recorded, so it was so bad. That would have been crazy.
Damn, bro, that's
Are you so?
Wait, so Mason, do you have like the video of you like?
I have. I don't have the video.
You thought it was not so long, dude.
I don't have the video. I have a picture though. I have a picture.
Oh my god.
I'll have to find it. Give me a second.
Okay,
Y'all
for sure.
go on.
That planned out.
I know she did.
And no, and
Good lord.
she was low-key smooth with it too. She was like, "Wait, stand up real quick." And that John was already around, and she bent up. He's like,
Dang. So smooth he had the jitters.
"Damn,
Bro, I was
Wait,
so
okay.
nervous the first time I kissed my girlfriend. Like,
That's what I'm saying. It's so nervous. Like, I don't want to mess it up. That's what I'm saying.
I was at the house, right? And I was like going to leave, and I knew like I wanted to do it. I had gone into the day being like, "Oh, I want to try to do it today," right? But I was so nervous, I didn't say a word to her for like dead ass 5 to 10 straight minutes.
Okay, smooth.
wait.
He nonchalant.
So before you had the kiss, you locked in
No.
and started mewing for 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah, I was on a crazy streak. But like, I go to leave, right? And I'm putting on my shoes, and I'm just like pacing around the front of her house, not saying anything
Holy cow.
because I was so nervous.
The outside of her house?
Yeah, like the exit, you know.
Oh.
Yeah. And then she lives on like the third story of a building, right? So after I kissed her, we had to walk down the stairs. And the whole way down the stairs, I didn't say anything. I was so like nervous, like I didn't know what to do because that was the first time I had kissed someone. That was my first kiss,
Okay.
and I was like, "What do I do?" So we just walked down the stairs in complete and total silence.
That's so romantic.
Except like one time, I was like, "Oh, the weather nice" or something like that.
No, actual. It would have been like nighttime at the time, right?
No, it was during the day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Lovely.
let me tell my first kiss story then, guys.
Do it, Luke.
It was.
I got the picture right here. Oh! This is the picture. So like, Loki would have been.
Light in the back and everything.
Wait, isn't that on your highlight reel?
Yeah, it is on my highlight.
Oh yeah.
And you didn't even kiss her.
That's actually wild though.
That's crazy. Okay, So, anyways, I'll tell my first kiss story since we got through you guys.
Lock in.
Well, his like fake first kiss.
And then this man is a crazy story.
What?
Okay, who's next? But yeah. So my first one was also with my girlfriend, like Jace. But okay. So what I think I've told you guys this maybe, like a while ago. But so what I did, we were on the beach, like with like a blanket. We had gotten some tacos or whatever, and I had a speaker playing
Trying to make
like.
a human
I
talk.
fucking love taco. What?
All right, so I had a speaker playing music, and then I was like cueing stuff. So I was like 3 songs in. I was like, oh shoot, like I'm gonna cue this song. That song is important. So yeah, you remember this?
A little.
So what had happened? That song, Third Planet by Modest Mouse. Look it up, guys. It's a banger. But so you know how Spotify got like? Did you guys do this? Like, there's a Spotify Wrapped. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay.
Where like, well, it's not part of Spotify Wrapped actually. Sorry, it's like a Spotify. What's the word? Time capsule. So what you do is like it gives you like a prompt and you put a song for it. So then one of the prompts is what's the song that you're gonna kiss somebody to in like 2023 or whatever, because that's what it was. So then I put that song, right? So then it came up on the speaker like during the cue. So like halfway through the song, I made sure so like got to like the chorus and like it started going hard, and like I turned I'm like I'm looking at the camera for this.
Yeah.
That's actually kind of crazy. All right, let me turn. So I was like, you know, this is like one of my favorite songs, and she's like, oh really? And I said, yeah. I said, do you know the Spotify time capsule? She didn't, because she used Apple Music, and I already knew this, so I could explain it to her. So then I was like, it's like this thing where it gives you like prompts, and then with that prompt you can put a song. And I was like, you know what prompt I put for this song? And she was like, no, what prompt did you put? And I was like, it's the song I was gonna kiss somebody to. And she's like, oh.
And then you
and then
got
she
her.
sits there and then like looks the other way, and I was like, all right, go time. And then I finally leaned in, but it was like low key, like a pause of a second. I was like, why isn't she doing anything? But then I clutched up, like it was fine, and it was chill. And then we played frisbee after. It was great.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
We're that.
Okay.
Okay, so when she turned away, what did you do? Did you hit the?
I should have, but no, she turned back pretty quick. But it was chill. It was just like a peck. It was great.
When she turned away, did your heart drop?
No, I was like, what is she doing? I had full confidence. in
My
myself.
heart would have dropped.
I would've, like,
That had a lot.
Fucked
Like,
around.
I was like giving her a hug, and she looked away, and I was like, "Fuck, what do I do?"
It was one of those like flattered lookaways.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, probably. Like she was smiling and stuff, and like I knew things were going good enough for me to make my move.
Okay.
It was 4th date after all. This is no joke.
Was it like a subtle look away, or as soon as you said it, she was like, so what kind of look
It was a subtle look away. It was a subtle look away.
Okay,
Like it
would've been
wasn't
if
bad,
it was like,
but it
I
was.
said I was gonna kiss someone to this
I'm
song.
just saying she didn't like lean right in the moment I said that,
Uh-huh.
but it was great. It was good. That's my story, guys. All
Oh
right,
my god, that was so cute, Luke.
thanks.
Wait, so your first hug with your girl, she turned away?
No. The first time I was gonna kiss her, I was giving her a hug, and like I'm standing there, and she like looked away because you know when you're hugging someone, like she's shorter than me, so her head's kind of like pressed against my chest. So she's not just gonna slam her face into my chest. She has to turn to the side. But I was like, well, now she's not facing me. So what do I do? You know? Like Thanos.
Oh, maybe I won't do that.
I want to hear T. Rizner's story though. Hold up.
All right, T. Izzy.
It wasn't even that fucking crazy.
Come on now.
Here's
Come on
some
now.
juicy
Come on
juice.
now. Come on now.
It's not even that crazy.
Just
This guy's made
exaggerate then.
it. Yeah.
You can lie.
Okay.
Verbalize.
So after we like became boyfriend and girlfriend, right? Like at the time we didn't really have any dates yet. And my first date was on Valentine's Day. And after we had dinner, we she was like we were sitting next to each other, and then she kind of got a little closer, and then by the time like she was basically like just sitting on my lap. And what?
Rewind. Wait, go
All
back.
of us made the same face.
What do you mean? Actually sitting on your lap
Yeah.
before you kissed her?
Yeah.
You guys
And
are
then-
getting comfortable. Jeez.
Okay.
Are you sure it was just a kiss?
We're gonna talk about this later. Keep going.
And then,
I told you it's crazy.
Where'd you kiss?
and then
Yo, which lips was
and,
it?
Okay, what are we talking about, bro? What are we talking about, bro? I'm gonna get banned.
and then What is it? I think I remember her like kissing me on the cheek first, on my face, and then afterwards, like I did the exact same thing to her. I kissed on the cheek, and then we kind of just stared into each other's eyes for like a good 3 minutes without a single word, and then I kind of saw where she was looking. She was like kind of looking down on my lips. I was like, oh okay, I think I know. That's what I need to do, and then I just kind of leaned in, and it just happened. And yeah,
Wait, 3 minutes is low-key like a long time.
You can stare into my eyes for 3 minutes, Mason.
Staring at Ivan's with his light skin contacts.
but like it was low key like a really long time. We were just like staring at each other's face.
And she was on your lap.
Yeah.
Do you want to reenact it with Mason? I'm having trouble picturing this. Wait,
By the way, he
Okay,
popped
okay,
one,
so-
so
Huh?
you definitely popped one. Let's be so dead ass.
okay. So she's
No
sitting-
way, he didn't. Right?
no, you don't necessarily.
She. I remember her saying.
I don't think he did.
Directly on my left leg, right here, and then
So-
Third leg.
and then she had her arm like around me like this, and then I was basically just hugging her like this. So
Fair enough.
yeah.
Okay, so you guys both brought this up. I'll ask Jace too. So on the same date that you kissed her, you also asked her to be your girlfriend, right? And then
No.
for you guys were already
We were already
girlfriend.
Yeah.
So what is your guys' opinion on what is the right time to actually ask for to be officially dating? Because me personally, I had a different experience for first date to when I actually like asked her for official. Like it was like a full on month of like, you know, like a couple of dates a week. So that's like a while.
We talked for like 2 months before I asked her out. I think it just depends on when both people are ready and when you're confident, like they'll say yes. Because like I was still nervous that like I knew she was gonna say yes. Because like we'd been talking for a long time. I knew we both liked each other, and I was like, I know she's gonna say yes. But we had gone on multiple dates before that. We'd been talking for a long time, and then yeah, we were dating for like 2 weeks, I think, before we kissed. But I think it's just whenever you're ready and whenever you think the other person is ready, because it's different for every relationship and every person.
What you mean by ready though?
Like, I know like people that say like I'm not ready for a relationship. That like phrase gets a lot of hate because a lot of the times it's not true. But like that can be the case sometimes. You know, like if you're not in a good state mentally, you're not in a you don't feel confident with other things in your life, and you have to dedicate a lot of time elsewhere. It's like there's some times that you meet the right person at the wrong time, and that is something that happens. Like I'm sure it happens to a lot of people. So I think both you have to be in a place where you're comfortable being in a relationship. You have the facilities, the time, the emotional openness that you can do that. Because if either one of you doesn't have one of those things, it won't work out.
Were you gonna say something, Mason?
I was. Then I forgot.
Hey.
I think it was something along the lines of like when he was talking about like when's the right time, and I was saying like for me, I was dating my girl for 2 months. And I think it's like the right time is like definitely very situational because like you said, how long did it take you to ask her to be your girlfriend? A month?
Yeah. So from the time from like the date of the first date, like the calendar date, to like actually when I asked her was like a month and a day or something. But from what it sounds like, you guys are a little bit faster.
And mine was 2 months.
Yeah, mine was.
But that was talking.
Oh yeah. From the
Yeah,
time
I'm not counting the talking stage. I'm starting from like when I asked her out.
From the time we went on our first date. I don't know how long it is actually. I'd have to check. I'm not sure.
He got the records.
So how long did it take you after? Like how long were you, for me, my girl? Like when I went into the talking to her at all, it was
so
like
lonely.
it was. When I went to talking to her at all, it was like we had the intent of possible relationships because she didn't go to my school. So like, how do you know you?
Oh, it was from a church thing. It was really cute. But Wait, so what were you asking? Wait.
Got caught up reminiscing.
Wait, so how long did it take you? Like, so since the day you met your girl to you dating her or asking her on a date, how long was that?
So from the day when we actually met, I didn't like get her number or anything. I didn't see her for another like few months, and then another few months after that. From the day we actually met to like the day I actually like got her number, I'd probably seen her like twice, and then so I feel like those don't count. So from like the day that I actually got her number, which I'm gonna count is like starting date day 1. Okay, like we reminisce on like the first times that I met her, but like starting date day 1 of like actually this is like a possible relationship or whatever. Well, I got her number on a Saturday, and then I asked her out to a date on the Wednesday, and then we went out on Saturday. So my talking stage was like non-existent. So I think that might be kind of the disconnect here, is that I considered actually going out on like these dates to get to know each other as my talking stage. So maybe that's just
I mean,
What
talking
is
stages
different?
has dates too.
yeah, but like
Name
you don't really
dropping
yeah, talking stage, huh? subscribe guys.
Subscribe.
Like and subscribe. But yeah, I mean, during a talking stage, I don't know what quantifies a talking stage to you guys.
Oh, wait, before we do that, are we all wrapped up for this question of when to ask them out?
I think so.
I think
Okay.
so.
Oh yeah,
So, what qualifies as a talking stage? I think it's like in the talking stage. Whoa.
it's your podcast, man. You should know this.
True.
It's the name of the podcast. You
That's
should
true.
know
That's
this.
true. Check out the talking stage on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. But
Shameless plug.
all right, hold on. We're gonna say subscribe in 3. Okay, got it. 1, 2, 3. Subscribe. All right, and so, all right.
Mid sentence is crazy.
All right. I think, would you say that the talking stage is when you guys like are still figuring out if you have feelings for each other, or if you feel like there's the beginning of feelings for each other?
No, I think it's the beginning for sure.
Me
Like
too.
talking stage is like when you like. I think it's like when you both are testing the waters to see if you guys are compatible to date. That's what the talking stage.
But you already have that chemistry.
Sometimes.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, yeah.
That's the question. Is what I'm saying.
But
Like,
also
would-
at the same time, you kind of like want to know the other person. So like you kind of like, just talk and just like want to know what like their interests are, or like what's their like, favorite thing, or
Mhm.
just plain talking, like just like how you like talk to like just other people in like your class or something, like just having like a normal conversation. Like that's what the talking stage is basically like.
The thing is, though, you could do all those things with a friend. So, like, you can get to know a friend, you can get to know their interests and their hobbies or whatever. And obviously, you're going to want to know the person that you, like, maybe have feelings for more. But, like, what is the difference, though, is, like, the difference is what I'm saying, that they might have those feelings and that chemistry together. So, to reiterate, and I also agree with what you were saying, but, like, do you guys think that when you're still figuring out if you have feelings for each other, would you consider that the talking stage, or would you say that like as soon as you guys kind of realize that both of you have feelings for each other, then is that the talking stage?
I think it's when you both figure out that you have feelings together. It's like, say I was like, I had a crush on this girl, and then she didn't have a crush on me back. That's not a talking stage.
Hmm.
Maybe you're just friends. I have another question. What do you guys are? I want you to know your opinions on like dating, like your girl best friends. Like, do you think that ever works out?
I've never done it.
I never
done it.
I've never done it either. So
But like, I've seen people do it, and I think it tends to not work out.
No, it doesn't work.
I think
No.
people just do it like out of like despite, so like they just want to get back at their ex-girlfriend. But
Out of spite.
personally, I haven't done it and probably will never. So
Wait, what do you mean by spite?
Never say never.
He's saying like,
as in like just like get back to them, as in like no, not get back, as in like
You have a girl best friend to get back at your ex?
no, because like
No.
your ex like probably hated your girl best friend.
Oh,
So like you'd probably get with your best friend to like, you know what I mean?
What do you think, Jace?
I have a really close friend that's a girl. And
Uh-oh.
no, she and my girlfriend are friends. They're both like they like each other. They're chill.
Keep your enemies close.
That's my IG caption.
But what was I gonna say? Yeah, I don't know. It's never really come up with us because I met her through a girlfriend I had before, and that's how we became friends. And we talked all the time. And she was friends with my ex-girlfriend, and then. So I don't know. It's never really come up with us because we've always known each other in the context of one of us having a relationship. And I think that's why we've been able to build like such a close friendship because neither of us have ever been like trying to pursue something with the other person. So I don't know anything about like what it would be like if we were a couple. I've never even really like considered it. But
Good man.
I think if both people are mature enough to have an actual platonic friendship without like having that thought of like, well, could I date this person? Could I be with this person? Then I think it can work out. But it's hard to date someone you're really good friends with because I think when it turns from friends into a relationship, the dynamic has to change because if you're friends, you might be like, damn, you stupid as fuck, you know? I say that to Bianca all the time. I don't know if she's watching this, but I wouldn't say that to my girlfriend. That's not something I would do. Like I'm sure some relationships are like that, but for me, it's a completely different dynamic in relationship than being friends with someone.
Mm-hmm. I saw this thing on just like this YouTube channel that I get recommendations from. It's just like relationship tips and advice, and well, he's just like
updated.
It's just from like this dude who's just like he's chill, right? He gives like good advice, but one thing that he said was that like there was some like study found like or like a poll or whatever where they asked like long-term couples that had like stayed together and were happy together, like what's like the one thing that you would say keeps a couple together for the longest time, and then a lot of people would think like, oh, it's like these like small things like not doing like this or that, blah, blah, blah. Like some of these like weird specific things, but it was just a general people who treated each other with kindness and gentleness in their relationship are the most likely to last the longest, which is like such a general thing. Like we can always say, duh, you should be kind in your relationship. But I think it's definitely true in this case where if you have a friend dynamic, you don't always need to be gentle and kind. It's like nothing personal.
Exactly.
But like it means so much more when you're talking to somebody you have a relationship with. Like what you say really has an effect. So I think it's definitely important that if you're going to date your girl best friend, like you're aware that that dynamic needs to change because being gentle and kind with each other is something that's important, and it makes a safer space because your relationship shouldn't be a battleground. It should be like your safe haven.
And I think that comes to a difference between kindness and respect. Because like I respect everybody I'm close with. Like all you guys here at the table, I have respect for all of you. And that doesn't mean I wouldn't make fun of you if you did something stupid. Like it's not like Luke, if you try to stand up and tripped on the cable or something, I'd be like, damn, you fell over.
That'd be funny.
Exactly. But like if I was dating you and you stood up and tripped and fell, I'd be like, oh no, like, are you okay? Let me help you up. And that's the difference between a relationship and a friendship.
Yeah.
I think Luke.
I would still help you up after, but I'd laugh at you a little first. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't help you out. I'm just kidding. Get up, baby girl.
That is home.
I didn't say that.
Alrighty. So to reiterate, the question was, what the fuck was the question?
Dang, it's your podcast, bro.
Hold up, brother Nim. I'm thinking.
Do you need to watch back the film?
Nah, I thug it out. Oh yeah. So can guys and girls really be just friends though? It's the thing. Especially best friends. I think friends, yeah. But what do we think best friends?
Not best friends, but friends, yeah.
I'd say yeah, best friends.
I
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah.
Explain.
Like, I've been best friends with a girl before. Like, it's happened before in my life that I've felt the closest to that person. Like that's definitely been something that's come up, and it's never been weird to me.
I say best friend as in someone you find like attractive, or you would find attractive if you weren't their best friend,
Really?
like physically. I mean, at least.
Hold on. Say that again.
So
say that
a
again.
physically attractive girl, do you think it's possible to be best friends with them?
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Why not? And why so?
I feel like you have to like commit to it being a platonic relationship, just like you would have to commit to it being a romantic relationship.
So you're a single man.
Uh-huh.
She's attractive,
Uh-huh.
and she wants to be your best friend. You sliding with that, or you sliding?
That's happened to me before, and it went perfectly fine for me. Yeah.
I mean, at the same time, you find them attractive, but like you don't really have like any like actual feelings for them. That's
Like
So,
it's
Ah.
for me, it wasn't like I find them attractive. It's like I think they're objectively like they would be pretty attractive to people, but I'm not personally attracted to them. If that makes sense.
yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to say with what Thomas said, he said like they can be physically attractive, but then there's things about them that make them unattractive to you. Why would you be best friends with somebody who had like
Unattractive.
personality traits that make you like be repulsed by them?
That's a good question. That's a
Yeah,
good
if they're going to be your best friend, they're going to have personality traits that you like.
Mhm.
And couple that with like actually like physically attractive, like I don't think it's going to work
Mhm.
because it's going to be somebody that like you like their personality traits. It's that you're going to like choose that to be your best friend.
Mhm.
That's why I think you can be friends,
Mhm.
but not best friends.
What do you think, brother Nim?
Yeah, I agree with Luke. Because like when you hang out with someone, like if you're best friends, you're gonna hang out with them a lot, and then at some point, one of them is gonna be attracted to the other. Like it's always like you could be like
I'm attracted to Ivan.
you could be doing like something as simple as like just chilling on the couch, and they do something, and then they'd give you like the butterflies.
Ah,
You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, and especially if they're attractive too, then like yeah, you're kind of cooked.
it's also
Your eyes, bro.
it's like I said, people can be desperate too, so they could see their best friend in that way just from that desperation and those chemicals going through your brain. So
Common occurrence for Ivan.
it's not my fault. They fall in love with me.
Oh my god,
Are
stop.
you sure about that?
Such a fucking lie. So it seems to me we 2-2. 2 yes, 2 no.
You're the swing vote,
I mean,
Ivan.
because like
Swing vote.
I have a like girl best friend, but like I don't really have any feelings for her. But like all my friends keep saying that how like
Is
oh
she
my God.
bad though?
Yeah,
Huh?
you think
Is
she's,
she
like,
bad, though?
objectively attractive?
Damn.
I think she's fine, but
Oh,
Fine, like
You
fine,
mean as a
fine,
friend?
fine,
Or
like,
like-
I think she's like good
Acceptable.
good looking person, but I feel like we like personality wise, like I feel like if we have like the same personality, and like I personally don't find her not attractive, as in like I don't have any feelings for her, you know,
Mhm.
like love interest.
so if it's the same looks but like the perfect personality, you definitely would go for her.
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay.
what's your vote, Ivan?
Yeah, like a vote.
Yes or no?
Damn. I mean, I say all these things because I'm that desperate, brother. I can't even. I'm playing. The thing is, though, like best friend is kind of weird because best friends, you're also sharing like your deepest secrets too, and like not necessarily your deepest secrets, but you're confiding in them a lot. And I feel like it's like more beneficial for a guy to speak to a girl about his deepest problems than a guy to speak to another guy, because girls, they have that like they don't have, if it's a best friend, they don't have that ulterior motive, obviously. But guys, it's kind of like they think in that masculine brain where like this is the best thing you could do. They'll really just try to like solve your problem, but the girl, she could give that retrospective thing, and like that retrospection and that different perspective, which I think is so important. But the thing is, if you're sharing these deepest secrets with this person and you find them attractive and you have a personality that will lead you to be a best friend, why wouldn't you just date them? So it has to be no. There's no way, right?
Preach, brother.
Exactly.
I got another thing to say. So when you're best friends, like the girl is gonna like you said, is gonna spill the deepest, darkest secrets, and then that shows like vulnerability. And to guys, vulnerability, like when a girl shows vulnerability, then it's like you have to play the knight in shining armor, and
Yeah.
after you play the hero, then you're gonna fall for her.
Yeah. Because it's also like it's that image of her and yourself where it's not like we're equals because we're saying these things about us. It's like one person's the fixer, one's the person who needs fixing or whatever. And that's not the best way to say it, but it's like effective, you know. But when you put things in that perspective, it's like, and assuming I'm single or whatever, like to be that type of best friend, at the very least, it's not sustainable, is what I'm saying. Because, like, one, maybe you get attracted to them, or two, like those little things that would make you not date them, maybe it like blows over, maybe those exaggerate. And three, if you do get a partner, either of you guys get a partner, you guys can't be best friends anymore. Because if you're that close and you're not dating, it's obviously sus, right?
That I agree with. I agree with that. Like, it is something that can happen, but it probably isn't like a lifelong or long term thing. That, yeah.
What do you think, Thomas? Is it a lifetime thing that you could be best friends?
As like a girl best friend for I'd say it could be like what?
I keep on looking at him.
I look over at Ivan, he's going,
I say it could be like a lifelong thing, yeah. I mean, like,
Really?
if your partner really trusts you, right? And like you say like, oh, this is my just like a girl best friend that I have. Then like sure at first they'll have like their suspicions, but then once they really get to like kind of know the person, then they'll kind of agree with what you said. Because like you have to treat your partner differently than how you treat your girl best friend, because your partner, you kind of have to like tell them a lot of things that like they need to know about you first. And your girl best friend, like you just like tell them like things that are like on your mind basically.
So you're saying like for a girlfriend, you would need to like she would have to check off the check boxes, but for a friend, it just happens naturally.
I guess you could say that, yeah.
Okay, for sure. We all wrapped up for this topic.
Sure.
Sure.
Fun little topic. I'm like,
I think bro's a little lonely.
Yeah, I
I'm
feel
lonely.
like all signs of this podcast point towards you being a little lonesome.
I'm a little lonesome, but the thing is,
I can fix that.
so the thing is, I was like lonesome for a while, but I had my run-in with that one girl, and then after that ending, I'll explain later. But after that ending, I'm on like my raising my standards type shit now. So I'm like locking in. I'm like looks maxing. You know, I got hit in the swimming pool because I don't work out. I don't work out at all.
swimming is good though.
Yeah. And then, because at this point, I'm just trying to like raise my standards because I've been lonely for a while. And I was like, after that, I'm like, nah, dude, I need to like actually like really think about what I'm doing. I need to think about like the people I talk to and like have more self-respect, you know? And then it's like, because I had that problem of cutting people off too quickly that I try to like completely 180 it, where it's like, all right, let me just like be as nice as I possibly can, try not to like make anybody angry. And it's the other side of the spectrum, so it's also a problem, you know? And so it's like I didn't want to, or like I want to hit that medium, you know, like just only knowing the right people, but still like having not like cutting people off easily who do nothing. So I'm at like that point right now. But for a while, yeah, I'm pretty lonely. Also, that girl bad as fuck. I don't give a fuck, bro. Actually,
What, the New Jeans girl?
yeah. Actually, she's pretty. She's not bad. She's pretty.
That's a respectful young man.
Y'all know the difference between bad, pretty, and cute girls?
Yeah.
Because I think those are the three categories. Actually, it's low-key applicable for men too.
What about the
Yeah.
beautiful women?
Beautiful is the same category as pretty.
Yeah.
Oh.
But like-
I use beautiful for my girlfriend. 'Cause I think that's
You're so sweet.
stuff it, Luke.
Do you like hot, pretty, or cute girls?
All of the above.
Come on now.
What kind of a question is that?
prefer though?
Whichever one my girlfriend is.
Oh,
Same.
Y'all,
I agree with
y'all
that.
have girls. I forgot about that. All right, never mind. What do you think,
Love you,
Thomas? Hot.
I think I like her personality more.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, bro. I'll tap you up though. For me, it's got to be team pretty. Can't lie, dude. Seem pretty.
What does that New Jeans girl fall into?
It's gotta be pretty, bro.
Really?
Yeah, bro.
What were you thinking, Jace?
I was thinking after I saw the picture, I thought he would say cute.
Me too.
Nah. Because I've seen other pictures of it too.
You got interesting categorizations.
Interesting cutting. You don't think those are true? No?
No, I don't think. I just don't think she'd fall into the pretty. I think
Okay.
she'd fall into the
For
cute.
sure, for sure, for sure. For sure.
Who would fall into the pretty for you? Let me say that again. Who would fall into the pretty category for you?
My beautiful
girlfriend.
girlfriend.
My beautiful girlfriend.
Damn, yeah.
Hey, ask me again, but for a different category.
Who would fall into cute for you?
My cute girlfriend.
No, my adorable girlfriend.
My adorable girlfriend.
Okay. So who would fall in as that baddie for you though?
Me.
Glad you asked. My sexy girlfriend.
Hey. Hey, yo. I'll clip that for you. Don't
We're
worry.
getting freaky with it.
Don't worry.
Thanks. Can I send it to her?
That and also the IG. But yeah.
What?
Am I cooked? Am I cooked? Oh, yeah.
You definitely cooked.
So one of the things I was saying about like raising my standards is that what I want to do for the next person I talk to, however that may be, one, I don't want to chase them. Like I don't want to just like we were saying, rush into it. But the main thing that I want to say to the next person I talk to is that I don't want to tell them about my past. Like I don't want, because one has nothing to do with them, right? But something I was thinking about is that if you tell like that person about your past, do you like them or do you like the way they console you too? Because if you tell them about your past and they make you feel good, because one, you're going to want to be vulnerable with a person you like, right? So for that consolation, I don't want that consolation from them because I don't want to find the difference between if I like them or if I like the way they consoled me, you know, if that makes sense. Because before, part of when I say raising my own standards and like being by myself is like I want to get over my problems and my past first before I get into something, because there's nothing to do with them, you know. Not to say that they don't deserve to know what makes me myself, but especially when you're first getting into it, I don't want to tell them. And that's something that I would like. Actually, I and a lot of other people would do, that they would be vulnerable pretty quick, because vulnerability is a very deep sign of like affection. But the thing is, if you're vulnerable quickly, it's like hard to differentiate if you like them for who they are or for how they made you feel, if that makes sense.
It's like liking someone or liking the idea of someone.
Yeah, but it's like a branch of that. Yeah. You guys understand what I'm saying?
I think so.
Slightly.
Why do you think vulnerability happens kind of quickly when you talk to somebody?
Well, I think the reason I'm not fully understanding is because I don't think that happened to me.
To you? Okay.
Yeah, I think I took a little bit to start being vulnerable.
Mhm.
Maybe it's just person to person, but
Yeah. The thing is with there's like this list made not too long ago, maybe like a year ago, that with the new hookup culture and stuff, there's this list where people go about things where it's like first you kiss and then you meet each other. So first is kiss and then next is sex. And after is you tell each other's deepest secrets and trauma dump. And then you get seen like in public in that order is what I'm saying. That's like what the new culture that's like something that's been put on like Twitter, I think, of the new culture of people. Would you guys agree that it exists like that?
no, that's got to be like satire, right?
You don't think so?
People are doing that?
Yeah. Like city people, I mean, because we're from the suburbs. You don't think that happens?
Suburbs.
I mean, I don't know. I'm just shaking my head, being like, "What
That's
the
not right.
hell?" You know, like that doesn't seem right to me. For me, like I'm very comfortable with my girlfriend, and I was very. I feel like I was willing to tell her things about me and like open up about my actual feelings to her way before I was even like ready to kiss her, because I think like the way our personalities go together, it just makes me very comfortable, and I'm very like willing to talk to her about anything because I know she'll listen to me and hear me.
Yeah. What do you think?
I'll say I feel like that order of affection or that order of how a relationship progresses only exists in like a pocket of like immaturity that I
Mhm.
mean, shoot, I'm only 18, but that people should be above that in like an actually healthy relationship, or at least one that you're like willing to commit to, because I think that type of order, or your affection first, vulnerability second, and like all the other stuff that comes with a relationship being put second, I think that only comes from one, immaturity, and a lack of commitment. So
Prominence of issues. What do you think, T-Rex? Do you think those are prominent?
I don't really have an opinion because I don't know what to say. So.
Okay. What do you think, Mason?
Well, the topic of vulnerability, I think it's a very healthy thing to be vulnerable to your significant other. And that's like what you should be looking for when you look into spending a whole life with someone, is that they're comfortable and then they acknowledge your vulnerability. And vulnerability, honestly, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just yapping, to be honest.
love that.
I agree.
Yeah. And vulnerability is kind of difficult because like everybody's saying that it's a good thing to like share how you feel, which it is, and express the way you feel and the parts of yourself. But what I'm saying is that exposing those problems and your past is different from exposing the way you feel. Is what I'm saying. So like those secrets and that trauma, I think that's something that has to come a little later, is what I'm saying. If that makes sense.
I agree.
Yeah. Because of what I was saying, that if this person consoles you, do you have a relationship partner or do you have a therapist? And for the most part, a relationship partner could become a therapist, but you don't want to do that during the talking stage. You want to do that later into the relationship because you don't want talking stage. Because one, you don't want to, for me, when I think about it, I don't want to put it on that person that they feel like they have to like do that for me. And then they have to be that type of person. Well, I'm sure if they like me, they'd be willing to. But for me personally, like when I think of it, it has nothing to do with them. So I don't want to have them, I don't want to give them that responsibility to deal with my bullshit and my own mistakes and my problems before we're even like dating seriously. So yeah, that's just why I think about it. That's part of what I say by raising my standards, because anybody can listen to a guy talk about his problems and some amount of people can make him feel better, but not everybody, not those same people will always be their partner, you know? Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. You guys have anything to add to this?
I just think if you're looking for a partner, like one thing that I try to look for, or that I was looking for, was somebody that like you look at them individually on their own, like maybe not even talking to you, but talking to somebody else. But like you can see them and be like, yeah, I'm proud that that person is who I get to call mine. So like that kind of person, you know.
I'll clip that one too.
Thanks.
Got you. I'll get the Luke QT clips all in one vid.
I'm a little bit of a romantic myself.
Never was much of a romantic. I forgot which song that was.
I'm not like Kanye.
Never take the
Mm.
No, it did damage. There's a look in your eyes is killing me.
Sing it.
I just know that advantage.
Oh, I heard that.
You can blame me for everything.
I don't know how bad.
Like muttering it.
If one day
You're gonna get copyright strike if you keep going.
So, in a relationship, actually for you guys specifically, what do you think came first, the chemistry or that compatibility? First, do you guys understand what I'm saying about the difference?
Yeah.
Sort of, not really.
So chemistry is like how well you like have fun with the other person, right? So chemistry is like your personalities collide and the way you act collide. Not just collide, but like fit in. And like it could even be like a very famous example is like one person doesn't like olive, one person likes olives. And so it like fits in, you know what I'm saying? And so it's like how those personalities mesh and how you enjoy each other's time. But that compatibility is deeper. It's like those list of values, like what do you think about children, or what do you think about marriage and society, and what do you think about like how to deal with problems in a relationship? That comes from compatibility. So which one for you guys came first?
I'd say for me it was chemistry because I think during like the stage we went together and stuff, we sat together in English, which was that was pretty cute. But yeah, we would always like joke around and talk and stuff. And I don't think when you say compatibility, I think that handling those issues that didn't come up until later because you don't like start talking to someone and be like, hey, I think you're cute. By the way, what do you think about religion in society? Like that, like agreement on that stuff for me came a lot later because I had to make sure like you like the person and all that first.
Yeah, I agree. Like, you're not gonna ask like a girl you're talking to, "Oh, do you want kids? Do you want what is your thought on this?" Like, like I feel like you gotta get to like the chemistry has to work first, and then comes the compatibility.
Yeah, I'd say chemistry. Chemistry did come first for me because, like, me and her, we were just like basically hanging out. We were like talking about things that interested in us, like what things that like both, like what like things that we both liked and whatever. Like we were just having like a good time talking to each other, and like we like enjoyed each other's company. So yeah.
For me, I mentioned that we met at like a church activity, so that's kind of already a shoe in that a lot of our values are going to be compatible, and a lot of our what we appreciate and what we believe are going to be similar. So I think we already kind of as a default got a little bit of compatibility, but then chemistry came too pretty quick, like same time. So I'd say same time.
So this even goes back to what we were talking about before, like when you would want to be official with that person. I think it's like you want to be official after you realize that you guys are compatible more than just.
I like that. Yeah.
It's like because you want to follow the way you feel. The way you feel is that chemistry, but that compatibility is when you go deeper and you think about it and it's like you understand it.
Those are the logistics of a relationship.
Mm-hmm. And obviously the logistics differ from person to person. So that's why it's that part of like having standards is having standards for your compatibility, because friendly people can have chemistry with many people, and like friends can be qualified for having chemistry too. So,
I feel like you don't really develop your true compatibility until after the honeymoon phase.
Yes.
It's like we started talking about earlier. Full circle. It's like you don't really see the flaws until after the honeymoon phase, after you guys start arguing a bit.
Mm-hmm. After she gets knocked off the pedestal, both of you guys.
I need y'all to tell me if I'm cooked. So I made this like dream scenario,
I'm
right?
scared already.
It's already dreams. Okay.
So I made this dream scenario where so imagine that I'll put you guys in my shoes. So you guys have no girl right now, and you guys aren't like really lonely, but this person comes around and it's like someone like so perfect. Like you have the same, like the chemistry is all there, but you don't know if the compatibility is there. So you guys like the same stuff. You guys have fun together. Like you guys like the same movies. You guys even like play sports together if you guys are into that, whatever. And the thing is, so you've known her for like 2 months or so, but she lives in like Canada or so, or like even like Europe. We'll say like Britain. We'll say she lives in Britain, but like physically she's your type and she has like everything that you want from the chemistry. And then she has to move to freaking or she lives in Britain, but she was like visiting California for 2 months. So would you guys rent it from that amount of time? Because you've known each other for 2 months, you guys have great chemistry, and then it like ticks the boxes. So would you guys rent it and like try to be in a relationship with this person?
I would say so. Like if you know them that kind of well for like 2 months, right? Like I wouldn't say that I would ask them to be my girlfriend when they're long distance, like when they're back in the UK. But like if they ever like came back to visit or whatever, like I could ask them,
Mhm.
and like while they're still in Britain, we could like talk to each other.
Let-
So
Let's say in this scenario, she'll visit twice a month, 8 hours at a time at most, but consistently throughout the year.
it's expensive.
Hmm. Well, that situation, personally, if I was in that situation, my heart would be telling me I should go for it, but my mind would say no. So like I'd be in a constant battle between what's the right thing to do.
Well, let's say you think like this person's the one, but you don't know for sure. Like the chemistry is telling you that this person's the one. What do you think, Jace, or Luke? I don't know.
Well, I think I've got a good perspective on this because I did long distance for 8 months while she was in college in Utah. So then I would see her about once a month, maybe a little bit less. Yeah, I know. But so I think it's definitely doable. Like it sucks, but it's definitely doable. Definitely if it's like twice a month, it's doable. But the thing about long distance relationships is there has to be an end because it's not sustainable to keep going for indefinite amount of time. If there's no end in sight, like there's no move, like plans to move or anything like that, it's unsustainable and eventually it'll fizzle out. But if maybe like in this scenario, you're guaranteed that she's gonna move back after like a year or I don't know, maybe 2 years if you're feeling crazy. But if that's a guarantee, then it's definitely doable. But the thing is, I don't know if I definitely could not commit to that after just 2 months personally. Because I had been dating for a little over 6 months when I started doing long distance. So I don't know. Maybe if you're willing to commit to that and she's like that cool, that perfect chemistry wise, then maybe so.
I think for me, I would be really upset with myself if I didn't try it, because like if I know this person and everything's worked out with them, and I really believe like they could be the person I'm with like for a long time, then I don't think I could let the opportunity pass by without trying. Like I would be upset with myself for a long time for not at least trying it. Because if I try it and it doesn't work out, I can deal with that. But I don't know if I would be able to deal with not at least trying.
The thing is, though, what I'm saying is that 2 months you build up that chemistry, but like we were saying, that compatibility comes afterwards. And so that fight that where you take them off the pedestal, like you wouldn't want to be in a relationship with this person while they're still on the pedestal, but they'll be at a pedestal in Britain, you know? So like I have this freaking okay, are you gonna say something, Luke?
Yeah, I'm gonna say in
Sure.
long distance, if you guys trust each other at least, because I'm sure there'd be problems if you guys don't trust each other enough. But in long distance, you actually have less fights, I would say, which is interesting. So I mean, I imagine it'd take a lot longer to get them off the pedestal of long distance. Because I mean, like let's be what are your interactions going to look like on FaceTime? It's going to be, oh, what did you do today? Like what are the things that da 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 da. You can only highlight the goods in your life, and then if you're together in person and you're going out on a date, you're going to see some ugly sides just because you're with them for that whole time. Versus when you're on FaceTime, it's just, oh, what happened and all that stuff. Like it's still a connection, but you're not going to see sometimes the ugly arguments or things that come out. His voice cracked. It was awesome. But yeah, let's cut that out.
You know what I'm saying is
Yeah. But yeah, you're not gonna see the just kidding. But yeah, you're not gonna argue as much when you're in long distance. In my opinion. I'm sure it varies a lot.
Interesting. Are you gonna say something, Thomas?
No, I'm good.
So I have this dream. I have a dream, but I have this dream where if I meet this kind of person, so the dream starts where all of those conditions have been met, and this is a person where I haven't told my past to, like I'm talking about, and so like it's all about the future, you know, and then like she goes to Britain and whatever. I will not date this person in a perfect world. But the deal is every time she visits, we'll be like boyfriend and girlfriend basically. But every time that we're like apart from each other, we won't have that responsibilities because we don't have that compatibility to know that if we're worth it for each other. But we have such a good like companionship that you don't want to lose that. So you won't have the responsibility from each other when you're currently long distance, but when you're visiting, you will have the obligation towards each other, if that makes sense.
Let me ask you this: what if she visits and she has a boyfriend back home?
I don't think anybody would date her is the thing if they knew about our situation. And if we really had good chemistry, then I feel like she would communicate that with any person about what's going on. But if she would told me that something like that is happening, then one, I would think that the emotions and the chemistry would probably be fading away at that point, and then it would be understandable. But if not, then I'll just like leave, because I don't have that responsibility towards her, That's what I'm saying. And then I, on the other hand, could do whatever I want to, but once we're in person, we have that obligation.
So is this just like friends with benefits, low key?
Basically, yeah. until we have enough time to set our lives and then talk about what's really going on. I think every time that we'll visit or she visits is that we'll talk about like our relationship and if we're like comfortable with it and if it's like something we want to continue doing. And then if there's like an end in sight where we have enough time to really talk about who we are as people and our values and our compatibility, then we could like wait until then. But because the main fear is that I'm just going to waste my time and we're both going to waste each other's time. We have like no right to do that with a person that we had like a genuine connection with, because like I said, we didn't tell them about our past or who we were before, It was like someone to look forward with, if that makes sense. But that's just my carpal tunnel dream.
Love that.
Yeah. I had a dream. So yeah. Y'all ever had I even had a freaking like lover boy speech, bro, and I was cooked. This is all at like 9 p.m. that I was making this whole scenario, and I just like, I'm not gonna lie, dude. I act like nonchalant. I'm a lover boy. At the
Preach, brother.
at the end of my life, a man is built to love.
That's darn right.
Interesting way to say it, but yeah.
What?
Huh?
What?
Certified lover boys.
I am a certified lover boy, unfortunately. It's part of my DNA. It runs in my veins. I do my own thing, but I can't. So I'm anchored to the things that tie me above my head. Did I cook? No. The fuck? Why would you say that? But I would say to her, I'd be like, man, I forgot. But I'd be like, even though we like each other, we don't have enough time to know how compatible we are and how good we are as couples together. But I can't guarantee how I'll feel when we're apart. But every time you're here, I'll promise to fall in love with you all over again.
Oh,
say. And this is for a fictional woman I've never seen and I never probably ever will see. Basically, I'm just trying to have the ultimate situationship.
All fun and games until the British girl walks through the door, Evan.
Yeah, until the British girl colonized me.
hey, look out for that accent, man. She'll be the one
She'll be
for a situationship.
the ultimate situationship, bro. Am I cooked?
You're definitely cooked.
Deep fried, bro. Someone take me away. Take me away.
I was just about to start singing.
What are y'all's goat rap bars?
What an interesting non sequitur.
Should we just do? I don't know.
Freestyle comp. I got you.
You first, Ivan.
Wait, I was making some lyrics up. I think I forgot if it was like yesterday. Was it? No, it was this morning actually. So I was like,
Wait, lyrics?
I didn't think. What was I saying? It was such a bad bar. It was tough. Hold up, let me think.
That's cold.
Freaking. Ooh. It's cooking in my brain. She got no patience. No words for safe sex. My boy got STD because he didn't wear that latex. Shout out to my patient. But I'm not trying to get that I'm late text. So I'm out of that state text. Us. Hop on the bus. Leave her in the dust. Boy, that's sus.
Holy cow.
Never drop music.
Stick to podcast, bro. Stick to podcast.
Did I cook? Did I cook?
No.
As soon as
Thank
you
you,
pulled out, that's a little sus. I could tell.
Your turn, Jace.
Good lord.
I don't know.
To rap.
My favorite bar. Hold on. You said favorite bar. Hold on. I'm trying to think.
Ooh, the freaking Let 'Em
Oh,
Know.
I know what it is. I know what it is. And Wilshire by Tyler the Creator. He says, "Shop until we drop in what you copping. See, the price is not an option. It's investments because your smile is the profit to me."
He said that shit too. What you got, T-Rex?
I don't got one.
Motherfucker.
I actually
I got one.
I don't have a rap bar ready, but I do have a quote from Before Sunrise. If you guys want to hear,
What's up?
guys, I'm obsessed with this movie.
Let's watch this movie up.
Yeah, let's watch this movie, guys. Anyway,
Well,
let me find it real quick. Just 1 second. Okay,
you know what song I've been listening to? I've been listening to. Oh, you got it. Okay,
I'm ready. I'm quick.
got it.
Okay, it goes. I have it up.
That was a weak claim.
Speak your truth, King.
All right, it goes. I believe if there's any kind of God, it wouldn't be in any of us, not you or me, but just this little space in between. If there's any kind of magic in this world, it must be in the attempt of understanding someone sharing something. I know it's almost impossible to succeed, but who cares really? The answer must be in the attempt.
That was right before they had sex.
No, definitely not.
Perfect.
I just saying all that just have sex.
So there is a big theme of atheist beliefs in Before Sunrise a little bit, but they were speculating that, you know, if there's any kind of divine thing, it's between human connection. And she says it's impossible to understand each other because we can't actually literally swap lives and be in each other's shoes, but the magic is being able to attempt to understand each other. And that's what we're doing on this podcast, guys. Subscribe.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, that's a bar. I'm sure we could put that over a beat. And
That's a bar. What you got, Mason?
I'm thinking.
You know, I've been listening to forgot. Hold up. I think I have it. Oh, Get Along Better by Drake. So yeah, I forgot. I don't know if I still have it saved. Yeah, I've been listening to that song. It's basically like this guy who broke up with his last girl. One of her friends reached out to him, and then he was saying like he gets along better with her friend. I was like, oh. Would that be valid? Well, okay. So imagine there was imagine your homeboy broke up with his girlfriend, but you're friends with his girlfriend, right? Like you just genuinely thought she was a cool person, and obviously not the best friends thing, like just straight friends. Would you reach out to her after they broke up, or would that be too weird?
Saying like, what's up?
No.
No, just like
Am I better
how you
friends
doing?
with her than him?
Let's say you met at the same time. Well, you met while they were dating.
Equal, like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like if we're friends, I have an obligation to reach out and check on both of them.
You think so? You don't think that's sus or like breaking the bro code?
It would be different if I was trying to get with her. I feel like,
For sure.
but like checking up on her, especially if we're friends, I don't feel like
That's
that.
not a crime.
Yeah.
What would you do, T-Rex?
I think I cut her out of my life, bro. And then I just be with the bro.
You think so?
Yeah.
yeah, I feel like, yeah, kind of like DMing, hitting her up is kind of like simpish. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Like-
really?
Like,
Not just out of human kindness?
yeah, it's kind of like, it's kind of weird. It looks like you're kind of just shooting your shot.
Screw the kindness.
I'm gonna need you to re-explain the situation.
So imagine you met this couple. You met them while they were dating. And so you're friends with the guy and the girl, but they broke up. Would you still reach out to the girl, or do you think that's a violation of the bro code after they broke up?
In what way would you reach out?
Reach out as in like, how are you doing? Like, how's you dealing with the breakup? Let's say the breakup was bad.
So you can keep being friends, pretty much.
Well, that's what I'm asking. would you do something like that?
But we're not like romantically pursuing her.
At least not yet, or so.
I would say it's I would say it's chill because you're friends with her before the fact.
Mhm.
So I mean, if you're friends with both the guy and the girl before they got together, you don't have loyalty placed on either side. Like I feel like bro code would apply if you were just friends with the bro and then got to know the girl while they were dating. But if you knew them before, like you don't have loyalty to either side just based on gender. So I feel you could stay being friends with both or friends with neither if things get a little crazy. But I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Y'all agree with what he said, or y'all standing your ground?
I agree with them.
I agree. Alrighty, fellas. I think this is a good time to wrap up.
Have we done it?
Have we done it?
It's something that's short.
So
I don't.
our slogan on the pod is "Speak our truth." You got it? So speak our truth. We're gonna say it that fast in 3, 2, 1.
Speak our truth.
Thank you all so much for watching. Today I was joined with these beautiful men that I know. Yeah, super cool people. Thank you all for showing up. You guys enjoyed today?
Absolutely.
Sure.
All right. If you guys ever want to show up again, I'll talk to you guys afterwards and we'll see what's going on. So
Right.
thank you for watching.
Thank you
Please
so much
subscribe.
for having us on. I appreciate
Of
it.
course.
Subscribe.
Highlight of this episode: 3-finger combo.
Probably.
Shout out my